Good morning, this is Pedro Beauchamp,
And Christine Beauchamp.
and today we're going to be chatting about the rules of golf, and the rule that we're going to be covering today is rule number 19, unplayable ball.
As you know, the player and his partner, in the case they're playing with partners, is the only person who may decide to declare his ball unplayable. The caddy may assist, the caddy may advise, but the caddy is not the one who makes the decision. And when we declare our ball unplayable, we're able to declare our ball unplayable and take relief under Rule 19.2 in the general area and under Rule 19.3 in the case that our ball is in the bunker. The unplayable ball relief applies, and we can declare a ball unplayable anywhere on the course, even in the bunkers. The only exception is within the penalty area. Our ball might be in a non-playable position, and we might use that terminology, but the rule which will apply if our ball is within the penalty area and we do not want to play it is Rule 17 for penalty areas, and we will be talking about that one shortly. If your ball is unplayable, we have three options, and we commonly state, as my husband says, A, B, C. Very simple for you to remember. Either we play again under stroke and distance, either we take the back on the line relief, which is B, or we take the 2 club lengths from where the ball lays, which is C. A, B, C. Don't forget those three options. And the other thing we can't forget is that the unplayable ball relief is not free. Under 1 stroke penalty, we have all those three options available.
Okay, let's say we have a ball that is unplayable, and we want to take the first option, which is the option of stroke and distance. We can always play our ball again. Doesn't matter where the ball lays, even in the putting green. Okay, so a player under stroke and distance, in this diagram here, the player has played from the tee area or from the fairway and hits the ball into these bushes. One of the options is to go back again and hit the ball from where you previously had played your ball. It is important that the other options, which is the option of playing on the back of the line and playing where the ball lays, 2 club lengths on either side, that we know the spot where the ball lays. When we play our ball under stroke and distance, where we played last is our reference point. So we go back and we play from where we previously played. However, if we want to take a back on the line, we need to establish a reference point from which we're going to draw the line, or we need to establish a reference point from which we're going to measure 2 club lengths. Therefore, we need to identify our ball and make sure that it is our ball if we're going to be playing under the other 2 alternatives. First of all, back on the line. When we play back on the line, a player can play the original ball, or the player can play another ball. In case you hit a ball quite distance and you don't want to go look for your original ball, the rules will allow you to substitute a ball and play from where the previous stroke was made. Option number 2 is to go back on the line, B, back on the line. We need to establish a reference point, and in this area here, the reference point is a line, a reference line, which is we draw from where the flag is to where the ball is present unplayable, and we can go back as far back as we wish, and we establish on that area, in that line, we establish what's called a reference point. And the reference point is this spot on the line where we choose that we want to start measuring. And we measure 1 club length on either side, and it is not obligatory, but not mandatory, but it is advisable that you choose and you mark that spot so that you can have an accurate measurement when your ball rolls out or stays in that reference area. And in choosing that point, also the player is 1 club length one club length on either side, and we make like a 180-degree pie, which has limits that cannot be nearer the hole, and you can drop in any area of the course. It is possible that you might want to drop in a bunker. It is possible that you might want to drop in the fairway, or even a penalty area. However, it has to stay in that area when you drop your ball. Thirdly, Christine is going to talk about the lateral relief.
Once we've identified that ball, which is unplayable within those bushes, it's my ball, I'm sure it's mine, and I want to apply the third option, which is the 2 club lengths. I want to remind you that it is extremely important that we identify the ball and that my reference point is where that ball lays, okay? My reference point is not the end of the bushes, and then I measure 2 club lengths. The reference point is where the ball lays, and on either side I have the 2 club lengths, my half a pie, and this is my relief area. I must drop within the relief area. My ball needs to stay in the relief area. And I want to remind you that if your ball rolls into an unplayable area, which is in the relief area, it is not a redrop. You would have to take another unplayable option, another penalty stroke, and you may change options if you wish. The only way we would redrop is if your ball would roll forward ahead of your reference point, which is where your ball lays. That would be a redrop, or outside the relief area. But if it rolls into this ugly area, which is unplayable too, you'd have to take another situation. It would be another whole new ball game and another penalty stroke. Okay, so as I told you, the place where the ball lays is your reference point, and there's some limits that your relief area cannot be closer to the hole that when your ball lay, and it can be in any area of the course. And sometimes it happens that our ball goes flying into a tree, or a palm tree, as it is more common in the Caribbean. As long as I can identify my ball either by my identifying happy face, or by identifying it with my GPS, or because my mom was standing right there under the tree and told me, yes, that's your ball, I may declare my ball unplayable, and I will utilize the spot right below that ball as my reference point, and from there I take my 2 club lengths, or I utilize my back on the line. And remember, you can always do the A part of the relief options, which is playing your stroke again. All these options are available if your ball happens to be in the bunker, and there's even an additional option under the new rules. As Pedro told you, if your ball is in the bunker in an unplayable situation, you can always do the A part of this. You can always do again and replay your stroke. We can do the B part of the options, which is the back on the line, and we can do the C part of the options, which is the 2 club lengths. These options 2 and 3 must be within the bunker under 1 penalty stroke, okay? But under the new rules, there's an additional option that for 2 strokes, I will be able to come out of this bunker, and instead of having being my only option, including stroke and distance, I will be able to come out with the back on the line relief. I will have that imaginary line that goes from the flat stick through where the ball lays, all the way back outside the bunker. I measure my club length with the longest club in the bag, and I have my half a pie relief area, which cannot be closer to that reference point established, and my ball is dropped there, must remain in the relief area for 2 penalty strokes. I'm out of the bunker, declaring my ball unplayable.
Well, this is the chat on the unplayable ball rule. I hope that you have learned all the options that you have for playing unplayable ball, and for the time being, happy golfing.
Bye.
Bye.